How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. Now on today's show we've got two pieces of absolutely massive news. First part is Barcelona, because Lionel Messi has confirmed that he wants to leave the club. And the next piece of news involves Harry Maguire, because he's been sentenced to 21 months suspended for his recent actions whilst on holiday. And the last piece of news is Arsenal. And of course, we finally got a chance to check out Saliba as we took on MK Dons in a pre-season friendly.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right.
So the first place we're going to start is that huge breaking news yesterday that Lionel Messi has told Barcelona that he wants to leave the club. Now, we've seen things like this before. We've heard little murmurs in and around at the end of seasons that Lionel's not happy and everything else. But normally it's so he gets his own way and so he gets a new contract and everything else. People know how much of an influence he has at Barcelona. But this time it's real. It's genuine. He has asked Barcelona to let him leave. And Barcelona themselves have confirmed this with the press association. But it's not as cut and dry as you may seem. And some of the reasons for this is that Lionel Messi has a £700 million release clause in his contract. No team, I don't care that it's Lionel Messi, are going to pay 700 million euros for his release clause. It's not going to happen. You know, someone would have done it by now already. Manchester City or PSG. It's not going to happen. But Lionel Messi has had a clause put into his contract in the most recent one that he signed, which is that he can leave for free at the end of a season if he wishes to leave Barcelona. Okay, now this is the sticking point, and this is where you may say things get a little messy. Excuse the pun. Lionel Messi has said that the season's just finished because of the coronavirus pandemic and everything else. Of course, the season has just finished. They've just finished playing in the Champions League, where they were humiliated by Bayern Munich. But the issue is that Barcelona are saying that even though the season has just finished, the clause was until the end of June. Now that has passed. So it means that if anyone wants Lionel Messi, they've got to pay 700 million euros. But of course, Lionel Messi is saying the season's just finished. So that means the clause is still active because of the mitigating circumstances and everything else. And what we do know is that it's gone to the legal team, and they're the ones that are going to have to sort this out. Now, either Lionel Messi will have to go by the contract, which is written and says June, which means someone will have to pay 700 million euros, or he's just going to have to ride it out for a year and then exercise this clause in a year's time. Or they're going to say, you know what, the season has just finished. And because of COVID, it doesn't affect. And where would he go if he's allowed to leave for free? Now, who could actually afford Lionel Messi? Now, you might look at it and say you get him for free, for argument's sake, all right? That's fine, all right? But his wages at Barcelona is nearly £1 million per week. Who's going to afford that? He has around about £10 million in image rights in his contract, and around about £25 million in bonuses and everything else. His wages are astronomical, like on a different scale. But who could afford that? Manchester City, Pep Guardiola. Could they be reunited? PSG. You imagine Messi, Mbappe, Neymar. My word, maybe they would go and get the Champions League then. But it's crazy when you think about it. And whoever signs Lionel Messi, if he does leave, you imagine the marketing that they would generate from this, purchase, the shirt sales, the global, recognition that you as a club would get. Now, I've seen some of the list of teams of possibilities of where he could go. And one of those teams in there is Arsenal. No. Arsenal are not going to sign Lionel Messi. Let me make that very clear now. Unless, of course, Mikel Arteta picks up the phone and he's like, oh, Leo, come and join the revolution, son. But no, it's not going to happen. There's no way that Stan Kroenke would be authorising them kind of wages. We can't even get Mesut Ozil or 350 grand a week. Imagine giving Leo Messi $1 million. Oh, my word. And he's 33 years old. You get a couple of years out of him. But like I said, the marketing side of things and the global recognition would be monstrous. But yeah, this one's going to rumble on. And I can't wait to see what actually happens with this. As to, what's going to happen with his contract. Will someone have to pay 700 million? Or does that clause that Messi had put in stay? Is it valid? Even though it's gone past June because of COVID and everything else. If it is, and he leaves Barcelona, my word, I never thought I would see the day Leo Messi leaving Barcelona. Wow, that would be unreal. Next piece of news, and this would normally be headline news, and it's mad. Harry Maguire, we all see what happened, when he was out on holiday in Greece and everything else, and they had their court appearance and everything. He didn't have to be there, but he was found guilty in this court appearance. Now, there was 3 charges that he was found guilty of, and it was aggravated assault, resisting arrest, and repeated attempts of bribery. That is so bad. Aggravated assault, resisting arrest, and repeated attempts of bribery. But he has been spared a prison sentence. He has been given 21 months imprisonment, but it's been suspended. Now, what that means is that the prison sentence will be suspended, and he has to now behave. If he does anything wrong in this period of time, he goes to prison for the duration of this sentence. I don't know what to make of it. I honestly don't. I'm going to take banter aside out of this for now. Okay, and I'm going to try and be genuinely honest about all of this. We've seen some of the reports. We've seen some of the allegations and what's being mentioned. And it looks like he's sticking up for his sister. Now, some of the reports that I saw yesterday were just mind-blowing. It was something like out of the film Taken. It was ridiculous. Apparently, his sister was injected by a couple of Albanian men. She passed out immediately and everything else, and they managed to put her in a van, and they wanted to go to the hospital, but then they were taken to a police station, and that's where a fight broke out, and they assaulted police officers, but they didn't know. I was reading it and like, is this even real? Like, how mad is this story? Like I said, if you've seen the film Taken, then you would look at that and you would say it's a script from there. It was just insane. And if that was the truth, then you've got to back Harry Maguire and say he's doing everything he can to defend his family and his sister. And, why was she being injected, and what were they intending to do? Kidnap her or rape her or what? It's mad. Like the craziest story. But then he's now got these allegations against him. He's been found guilty. I don't know too much about the, legal system in Greece. If this was in England, then these kind of, offences, that's a prison term. I think it's probably a prison term in Greece as well, but he's got lucky because of who he is. And I don't know, man. Honestly, it's crazy. And they're already saying that, they're looking to appeal immediately and that he's done nothing wrong and it's one big stitch up. I honestly don't know what to say to it. It's crazy. What story do you believe? There's one that seems like something from a Hollywood film, And then there's one of just corruption and madness. And wow, what happens to Harry Maguire at Manchester United? Does he lose the captaincy now? Because he's been found guilty. Remember that. This is not innocent until proven guilty. A court of law, whether it be in England or another country, has found him guilty. Crazy. I don't know what to make of it. And like I said, I'm not bantering here. I'm genuinely trying to work out what on earth is going on, and all the stories and everything else. It's just insane. Insane. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. And no doubt we are going to find out in due course as to, what happens moving forward. But yeah, it's a bit of a strange one, that's for sure. But we will wait and see, no doubt. So next piece of news involves Arsenal. And yesterday, very randomly, they played a game against MK Dons behind closed doors. And you know what? It was a decent run out, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, I would say that when the fixture was announced, I was thinking to myself, not really going to have many of the first team players involved, are you? Not really going to be risking anyone. You got Liverpool on Saturday in the Community Shield and everything else. And but yeah, then the squad was announced and the team lineup, and Aubameyang was starting. William Saliba was starting. And that was a big one. And I kind of expected that because, he's got to get to life at Arsenal. Leno was in goal. Kind of expected that given his injury and everything else. And he now needs minutes and everything. But you had the likes of Saka, the likes of Joe Willock. You had the likes of Reece Nelson coming on, scoring. Mark McGuinness, young lads, he come on as well. Eddie Nketiah scored a really, really good goal. Mohamed El Neni, he scored from about 40 yards. Crazy. He was back in an Arsenal shirt again. Might actually put his price tag up a little bit and we can sell him. But it was a decent run out. And the MK Dons goal, probably one of the best goals of the game actually. And it was scored by Rob Holding, but it was in the wrong end. But listen, it was a game where we just had to get some minutes, get a bit of a run out. It was a good thing to do. Aubameyang came off at half-time. Granit Xhaka was playing as well, had the captain's armband. And like I said, it was just one of those where we need a few players getting a few minutes. Just blow off some of them cobwebs because we've had about 3-4 weeks off since the FA Cup final. We've got Liverpool on Saturday in the Community Shield, like I said. They were playing as well yesterday. They drew 2-2. And there's some doubts over Virgil van Dijk for the game because he had to come off injured. It's not an injury in terms of his legs or anything. He actually received a really nasty looking gash around his eye. And it remains to be seen whether Liverpool will take a risk on that one. Because I'm presuming by where it was and how serious it looked with the amount of blood there was, that it would have to be heavily strapped and probably need stitches. So would they take the risk of putting him in a game like this with a Premier League season 2 weeks away? It's not a game where you look at and say it's do or die. Do you have to play him? Maybe as an Arsenal fan, I'm just hoping that Virgil van Dijk don't play. But listen, we'll wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, it was a good chance to have a look at the new signing, William Saliba, like I said. And I was very, very impressed with his first half performance. And his energy, his work rate, his speed, his power, his progression, with the ball, the forward passing, the driving, everything looked really good. And yes, it's MK Dons and everything else, and he's going to have some serious challenges ahead. But for his debut, I was very, very impressed, and I really like that. And it's nice that he's got that game now, blown out some cobwebs for 45 minutes, and we'll see whether he will be involved in the Liverpool game. I think he may well be. You got to think Mustafi's not available. Sokratis looks like he's on his way out. I wouldn't play Rob Holding. I'd probably go with David Luiz and Saliba against Liverpool, to be quite honest with you. And Tierney. Because what was interesting as well, we were playing a back three. And Saliba was in the right of that three. And we looked quite fluid at times. But We will wait and see. So there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about today's topics. Let me know what you think about Leo Messi. Absolutely insane news that broke yesterday. Harry Maguire. Does that look strange to you? What do you think? And also, William Saliba, what did you think of his performance for Arsenal? If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video. And I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.